dear students, greetings for the day from Madhavi Children's Academy. This is Vikas Gupta, your class 6th computer teacher. Today we are going to start our chapter number 8, Introducing Python. So this chapter we shall be covering in 3 sessions. So today it is the first session of our chapter number 8. So in the session number 1 we shall learn about introduction to Python, installing Python and components of Python window. So before we start, let's ensure that are you sitting in a quiet place, are you in the proper network, are you having stationery with you, do you have put your cell phone in landscape mode, and are you wearing the headphones. I hope you have ensured all of these things. Now let's start our chapter number 8, introducing Python. So have you ever tried making pasta on your own? Figure number 8.1 shows a recipe to make tomato pasta. It solves the problem of how to make tomato pasta. The recipe is a set of instructions on what to do, how to do, and when to do it. The set of instructions uses ingredients, inputs to make tomato pasta, that is our output. Adding all the required ingredients to the recipe is input, simmering the ingredients is processing, and the product you get after processing is output, which in our case is pasta. So likewise, a computer also works in 3 stages. Okay, to get the work done on a computer, you enter the raw data input. A computer operates on this data, that is processing, and the desired result is obtained, that we get output. So the 3 steps are input, process and output. To get the desired output from the computer, we key in instructions to the computer using different programming languages. There are some specific computer languages which are used to write programs. Some of the popular examples of programming languages are Python, C, C++, Lisp, Pascal, Java, PHP, etc. So modern computers can follow the generalized set of operations called programs. In simple words, a program is a sequence of instructions that specifies how to perform a computation. These programs help a computer to perform wide range of tasks. So in this chapter we will learn the basic of Python programming language, which is one of the most powerful high-level programming language. Okay, so introduction to Python. Python is a simple programming language used to write codes for the computer programs. Python was created by Guido van Rossum when he was working at CWI Center Wiskunde and Informatica, which is a national research institute for mathematics and computer science in Netherlands. The language was released in 1991. Python is a high-level programming language. Some of the features which make Python so popular are as follows. So you can read them. These are some features that Python follows. Okay. So read them very carefully after pausing the video. So dear students, I hope you have read all of these features. So now there are some applications, uses of Python programming. Python is a popular and easy to learn language. It can be used to build a website, develop games, program robots, perform scientific computation, develop artificial intelligence applications. So installing Python. Python can be easily installed on your computer by following the given steps. Obtain a Python distribution. You can download Python distributions from www.python.org/download. For this chapter, we have used Python 3.7.0. Okay. Now, there is a second one option, Python installation process. After downloading the Python distribution, all you need to do is to execute it. Double click the downloaded installer software, click on run in the dialog box, and the installation process starts. Keep following the instructions and keep clicking on the next button until you see the highlighted finish button. After you have installed Python, the idle screen looks like this. Okay. On Windows machines, the Python installation is usually placed in C Python 3.7.0 folder, though you can change this when you are running the installer. So components of Python window. Just like any other application window, Python window has the following components: title bar, menu bar, script area, status bar. Okay, so title bar, this is the area that displays the name of the application and the document. It also contains command buttons like minimize, maximize, restore and close. Look at here. Okay, this will be having minimize, maximize, close, okay, and restore. Now menu bar. The menu bar consists of various menus with different options. The common menus you will be working with in this chapter are file, edit, shell, debug, options, window and help. You can see, look at here. Okay, so in the file menu we are having new file, open module, recent files. Okay, so now next one is working with file menu. So look at here, this menu is used, working with file menu. This menu is used to work with the options related to the currently used files. It includes sub options like opening a new file, opening an existing file, viewing recently used files, saving the files, closing the files and exiting the application. Okay, now working with help menu. To get help related to any topic of Python, press F1 key or click on the help menu. Okay, script area. This is the area where you type your code. Okay, this is the script area. Look at here. Here you type the code. Okay, and this is the status bar. Okay, status bar. The status bar tells you the current status of your control cursor on the window. After installing Python, you are ready to work on it. You can work in Python in two ways: in interactive mode, in script mode. Python programming in interactive mode. In the interactive mode of Python, the instructions are executed line by line, giving the output. In this mode, the commands are typed next to the Python command prompt. For example, if you type 3 plus 6 next to the Python prompt, it will give you the result as 9. To work in the interactive mode, follow the process given below. Click on the start button, then all program, then Python 3.7, then idle Python 3.7. Firstly, we will click on start button, then all programs, then Python 3.7, and then we will click on idle Python, okay, 3.7. So it will open the Python shell window where you will see the Python prompt. So it have opened it. Okay, it have opened the Python shell window. Here you can see the Python prompt. Okay, now type the following commands next to Python prompt and Python will immediately give the output as shown in figure 8.9. So just we are going to type this. We have to write welcome to Python world. Welcome to Python world. Then we will get 10. We have got 10. Then we will type 12.78. We have got 12.78. Then we will type A. We have got A. Then we will type 10 is less than 5. So it will tell true or false. False. 10 is not less than 5. Then we will type 10 plus 20. So it will give us the addition of 10 and 20. Yes, 30. So you have understood the results are you can match here. The results are the results are same. Okay, now note is given here. Interactive mode is beneficial for testing code where you type the commands one at a time and get the results or error immediately. Use of interpreter. As discussed in the above section, the commands are executed line by line in the interactive mode of Python. When you type a command next to the Python prompt and press the enter key, the interpreter converts the command into the machine language. After processing, the interpreter again converts the machine code into the human readable form, that is our output, using print function. So the print function is used to display the output of any command on the screen. It can also be used to print the specified messages. For example, we will print hello world. Okay, so it will display hello world. Look at, so like I am typing here, print in brackets, we will write hello world. Now we will close inverted comma and bracket. Now we will press enter and it will give us output hello world. Okay, we have got the output hello world. So just remember, Python is a case sensitive programming language. It means the Python differentiates between capital and small letters. For example, print P capital and print P small are two different things for Python, where print is a valid command in Python while print is just a word, not a command. Look at here. This print, small print, it is a valid command, but capital P rint is just a word, not a command. We can also pass more than one argument to the print function. In such a case, the arguments are separated by commas as shown in figure 8.11. Look at here. When we will give more than two commands, okay, while using print command, okay, when we will give two arguments, so look at here, when we will use when we want to show, so these students look at here in the figure, they have used two arguments, okay, in print command. So they have separated it by comma. Okay, suppose that I want print. So the students, I have given here the print command, and then I have given this one argument 10 plus 56 is equal to, and then I have given the command 10 plus 56. Okay, so now I am going to enter here. Okay, so look at here, first command was to write 10 plus 56 and the second command was to print the result of 10 and 56 addition. So they have got 66 here. So like this we can use the print command for we can separate the arguments and we can get more results. Okay, now we can separate so like this we can separate arguments by commas. So dear students, now we will learn about using IDLE as a calculator. To evaluate an arithmetic expression, it is not necessary to use the print function. If we type an arithmetic expression at the Python prompt and press the enter key, the interpreter automatically evaluates it and shows the result. In this case, the interpreter acts as a simple calculator. The expressions are evaluated using operators like plus, minus, multiply, division, etc. The basic BODMAS rules are followed for performing calculations. For example, you can look at here, there are some commands given here and the outputs are given here. Okay, so this is the example of IDLE as calculator. In IDLE you can press Alt plus P to repeat the previous. So these students, that's it for today. This is the end of the session number 1. The homework for today is, if you are having any left work of chapter 7, so you will complete that within 7 days. So I wish you all the best. Bye bye.